You cannot think heavenly thoughts without God. How is everybody doing out there? This is Nico B, and this is The Awakening. Peace and blessings to the hearers and the doers of the Lord's Word. I want to go ahead and get into this message for you. You cannot think heavenly thoughts. You can, and what do I mean by heavenly thoughts? Good things, good imagery in your mind. Like some people don't even have a developed imagination. It's because a lot of that is due to them not having a spiritual relationship with the Lord. They've never embraced their spirituality. A lot of that has to be a home skill, a trained skill that you have to train. You understand? And that's what comes with having a relationship with God, because you train it on a daily basis. You understand? And I suggest you, when you get your spirit together, you definitely don't want to try to do that with mediums or some chakras or some gems or something, because you may invite in the demonic realm, and that'll make your life 10 times worse. You will not be a happy person. So let me go ahead and get into this message though. God is the one who gives heavenly thoughts. Where does thought come from? Where does ideas come from? Where do dreams come from? Visions. Like when you have a vision of something, like when you close your eyes, there's images that you see. Some people see images, some people see only darkness. Again, that's because some people have a higher imagination, a higher spiritual sense than others. What is an imagination? This comes from God. God's imagination is what created the world. God's imagination is what created you. You understand? So God is thought and imagination. He embodies everything. He gives you thoughts. You understand? And heavenly things. You can also be given devilish images. You can also be given demonic images and things like that. That's what comes when you're now being tormented. Now you're getting attacked. You're having a spiritual attack. And so not only can the Lord give you thought, so can the demonic realm. It's just different with the demonic realm. The demonic realm, they have to touch you, and they can give you thoughts, but the process is longer. Like God can do these things instantly. Like, you understand? He's powerful. He can make these things happen. The demonic realm, they have to channel some type of energy and power from you, to give you, and they'll give you thoughts. They'll implant thought into you, and you'll think that it's your thoughts. No, I'm not exaggerating. I know it sounds like horror movie fiction, but this is just the truth and reality of life. As the Bible tells you, we wrestle with not the physical powers, but it's powers, spiritual powers of the air, principalities and powers of the air. We wrestle against spirits, you understand? Strong spirits. And these are demonic spirits. So I'm not just telling you something that's unfounded here. It's pretty, but it can be scary, like I said. But it's fascinating too if you, on the other end, if you getting ideas and things, if you're working with God. Say that you're a painter or something like that. I myself am a sketch artist, and a writer. So I write short stories and things like that. The ideas, I've gotten so many ideas and things. I'm talking about whole stories to tell. Of course, I have to fill them in. You understand? But God have given me whole premises, whole things to talk about. I'm talking about my spiritual level is so high. When I dream, I dream every night. I remember most of my dreams. When I'm dreaming, I call them visions. These are visions from the Lord. I've had visions that have told me things that were going to happen. I've had visions that have tried, that have came from the demonic realm, that have tried to mislead me into believing other things, into, going on the wrong path. These things can happen as well. I've had visions from the Lord, like I say, very vividly. And I wasn't just always asleep. I've had, when I'm drawing or sketching something, the Lord gives me the image Like the image to retain. That's how artists work. Artists retain an image. They have it in their mind and they put it to paper. You understand? That comes from the Lord. In the Bible verse we have here, this is in the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. It says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. In times when you are dealing with, strife and hardship, it helps to when you think about good thoughts, when you think about things, that are good, that are heavenly things. Like the most good things are heavenly things. Like the only good are things of heaven. Like in what's done on earth, what's done in heaven is done on earth. It's like God gives, heavenly gifts and things that are on earth. But He is the one that unlocks that. You can't rig and you can't bully Him and take it from Him. You can't usurp God and be like, I'm gonna just get my own heavenly images. Some people try to go take trips and go do all this. They gotta run all around the world to just try to satisfy their mental state. Like, they're to satisfy their spiritual stirring. They have to see all type of visuals. They'll never see enough. Your eyes can't consume enough, because the things of heaven are astronomically more better than what we see here. God has them stored up for you, and you can have those images, and that's how you have the things that you have on earth. Like, look at certain chapels and architecture that comes from the mind of God. He's giving it to you to be able to produce. You understand? To produce on earth. But when you don't have those heavenly thoughts, when He can withhold those things or not unlock them, you become depressed. Like, you understand? You can go into a dark place into your mind. You understand? Like, that's how people become depressed. They no longer find happiness in things that they once found happiness in. You understand? It's because God locks those images. He locks the good heavenly thoughts. You understand? Now your thoughts become carnal. Your thoughts are becoming more corrupted on the earth, more of the flesh. And when that happens, what happens with that? The ultimate goal, the ultimate destination of that, when you do that, that's gonna bring about death. When you do that, when you go about that with that mindset, with a carnal mindset, that mindset brings about death throughout your whole body. You understand? This because now the heavenly thoughts, like I said, those things are spiritual. This is what you gotta understand. Heavenly thoughts are spiritual. And once those things are cut off, the spiritual aspects cut off, and your carnal mind is left to its own devices, and it's just a carnal mind, it's going to go to its full fruition. It's going to go to the end, and the end of its thought process is death. That's the end of its thought process. You understand? And it's going to take you with it. It's going to take you with it, man. So that's why you need to stay close to the Lord, and you need to develop and maintain a relationship with Jesus Christ. Stay close to Him, and He'll stay close to you, and you'll continue to grow, and also, man, keep the full armor of God on, the helmet, the breastplate, the gauntlets, everything, the sword. Make sure you have it, and make sure you always keep your armor on, because Satan will come in, and like I said, man, you'll be on playing them away games. He'll come in, send them demonic beings. They give you have a dream. A lot of people don't remember their dreams. He'll send you a thought, you think it's your own, and you start running with that. And now you fall further and further away, running away from the Lord, and then you develop a carnal mind. He'll cut you, the spirit will start to get cut off more and more, and your carnal mind will take over. You'll be doing some things that you're not proud of anymore. And you'll be like, man, the people be looking like you said, what happened to that person? The thing is their heavenly thoughts they dissipated, like they're gone. Like now they're thinking with the heavenly mind. I mean, they're thinking with a carnal mind, a worldly mind, But the thoughts, like I said, just imagine. There's so many things that you'll never have doctors to be able to explain this to you. They'll never, scientists, Don't matter who you get. You can go get Bill Nye the Science Guy. You can go get Dr. Whatever, man. Go get whoever you want. Doctors don't have a clue. Scientists don't have a clue of what dreams are, what the imagination is, where it comes from, how the imagination and dreams work in the human brain. And they don't have the knowledge of anything that's abstract, that happens within the mind. They can only tell you the physical manifestations of it. They don't understand how some people can have a vision of something, of things that they've never seen before. You understand? Then, or have a vision of an event that's never happened, then the event happens. They'll never be able to explain this. So don't look for the wrong people for the right answers. You understand? So, I mean, I just don't want to make this video too long. That's pretty much cut and dry. You know, those things that I mentioned, they come from God. And that's it. So, with that being said, this is The Awakening. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Peace and blessings to the hearers and the doers of the Lord's word. I am Super Solican. Peace.